Welcome to my channel Explore Life with Sutapa. Today I am back with another video, and this video is about birding at Rongtong, a place at the outskirts of Mahananda Wildlife Sanctuary. This is our birding on day 2.
ये इधर थोड़ा इधर है ये हॉरिजॉन्टल ब्रांच का जस्ट बिहाइंड देखे तो भीतर
हॉरिजॉन्टल ब्रांच के
ये सामने
हाँ उसके पीछे
In my last video, I have already shown you the journey to Rongtong, the homestay where we stayed in, and the birds that visited the backyard of the homestay. If you have not watched the video, I have provided the link in the description box. You can watch the same. So without any further delay, let's explore the birds of Rongtong.
Hello, it is day 2 and we have just started our birding for the morning, and let's see what we get today. We will let you know. Stay tuned.
On 26th March 2025, we started early in the morning at around 5:30 am to the outskirts of Rongtong for birding. On the way, we saw a raptor sitting on the branch of a tree, and Himalayan buzzard. Himalayan buzzard is a resident of the Himalayas and is a beautiful buzzard with overall brown with pattern on the breast and trailing edge on the underwing. It flew away on seeing us. We then went ahead and stopped at another point. Peter Beck, our birding guide, explained that this part of the area is famously known as Cuckoo Point. We checked for some activity, if there is any bird, but there was none to be found around. It was too early for the cuckoo season, and also the other commoners were not in sight. After waiting there for some time, Peter Beck decided to go to the Jordan's Baza Point if we can find the bird. By this time, the sun was rising over the horizon, and what a beautiful sight it was. The whole mountain and the valley was looking so beautiful. And look at the serenity of the place. We watched it for some time before moving ahead. After watching the sunset, we headed to the Baza Point. After reaching there, he scanned the area and we got down. After reaching the Baza Point, as Peter Beck was explaining me the habitat, 3 black baza flew away and they were very fast and distant to be shot. We waited. We were hoping that the black baza might come back, but it did not. We waited in the area for the Jordan's baza. The bazas were nowhere to be seen. It was a beautiful sight and we were enjoying the morning, soaking in the sunshine. Then suddenly, from somewhere, a flock of green birds perched on a tree which was quite distant. That was a flock of long-tailed broadbills. Long-tailed broadbills are also called as helmet bird by the local people, and it's easy to imagine why. They are found in the tropical foothill and mountain forest of the Himalayas in India. The flock perched on the branches of the trees, and the tree was looking like having some green flowers. What a sight it was! After shooting the broadbills, we spotted a blue-bearded bee-eater. It was quite distant as well. Blue-bearded bee-eater is a large bee-eater which appears greenish overall. It is quite difficult to spot as it sticks to the mid-canopy of the wooded groups and forest it inhabits. After waiting for a long time for the Jordan's Baza, Peter Beck got a call from Ankit, another fine birder. Ankit told that there is a sighting of collared falconet. The collared falconet was showing mating rituals on a perch. We rushed. Birding in the hills is a challenge, and though Peter was an expert in going up and down the almost 90-degree slippery trails, I was struggling after him. Yet, after rushing through the slippery point, we rushed and went to the collared falconet site. Peter has a fine team of birders who work every day to track the birds, and each one of them is equally capable. We reached to the spot of collared falconet and there were 3 of them on a perch. Unfortunately, the birds were perched at a point where the background was blunt, but it was my life for this bird. I am seeing it for the first time, and the feeling was immense. I was very happy. I spent quite some time witnessing his various activity, and it was showing the mating rituals. What a luck! Collared falconet is a tiny beautiful falcon which is usually seen perched high up on an exposed branch. The female solicits mating by perching in a convenient place. Bowing low and whining loudly to attract the male's attention. The courtship display consists of presenting a leaf mostly by the male to a female. The male then flies in and lands slowly and carefully on her back with his talons and toes curled inward so that he doesn't hurt her. Using his wings, he balances on her back. I saw them repeating the mating ritual multiple times. In between, they were also flying off and coming back with food. After a long time, we left the place of collared falconet, and now it was time to find the majestic bird of the skies of Rongtong, the great Hornbill.
This is a very beautiful village we are passing through. See the houses. Norbung village, and this is Peter Beck bhaiya rushing towards the Hornbill.
यहाँ पे जो 2 व्हीलर आपका अच्छा है।
हाँ, बाइक में लेके The real adventure of birding in hills. Going for the hornbills. What energy, beta? चोरी कर दीजिए। क्या हुआ? चलो पीछे तुम्हारे लोग हैं। What will I tell? Blog doesn't mean you have to talk all the time. Wildlife blogs are silent blogs. Just the thrill. ताको छाड़ दियो।
ये इधर थोड़ा इधर है। ये हॉरिजॉन्टल ब्रांच का जस्ट बिहाइंड देखे तो भीतर।
हॉरिजॉन्टल ब्रांच के?
ये सामने।
हाँ, उसके पीछे।
जो होल है।
हाँ हाँ। दिखते हैं।
ये खाली जगह से दिख रहा है।
हाँ हाँ दिख रहा है। बैठा हुआ है।
पर आएगा बाहर।
Though we have spotted the hornbill, it was deep inside one of the fig tree, and it was not possible to photograph it from that position. So all we have to do was to wait.
ও তো কাছ থেকে আসবে না। ওকে, আর ব্যাটারি নষ্ট করিস না।
The village was very beautiful. While we were waiting for the hornbill, we enjoyed the beauty of the village and the valley. The hornbill was still inside the fig tree, resting. We waited. The hornbill peeked from the top of the tree. It has come to the top of the tree and now it is going to take a flight. And then suddenly it took the flight, but somehow I missed it. In the field, it does happen that sometimes we miss some shots and it really pains at that time. We again waited.
क्या हुआ? हाँ वो मुझे यहीं से दिख रहा है।
While waiting there, we were also observing the nature around us. See this beautiful flower? It was a wildflower and it didn't have any leaves, it seems. If you know the name of the flower, do let me know in the comment section. Then suddenly Peter Beck spotted it in one of the trees. We rushed to the point and got a frame. And then it took a flight and I got the dream shot. The great hornbill is a huge, distinctive hornbill with a large yellow bill and casque. Males and females are almost similar, except that females have an entirely yellow casque, a plain iris, and bare pink skin around the eye. They inhabit dense evergreen forest. Great hornbills are threatened by habitat loss and hunting. These birds are also monogamous and form long-lasting pair bonds. During the breeding season, which takes place from January to April, this bird becomes very vocal. The great hornbill diet mainly comprises of fruit, especially different types of figs. These birds also occasionally feed on small mammals, birds, small reptiles, and insects. It was wonderful to watch the hornbills. One day I would like to shoot the hornbills in the breeding season. In the breeding season, the female builds a nest in the hollow of a tree trunk. She remains imprisoned there and relies on the male to bring her food until the chicks are half developed. The female then leaves the nest before the young one fledges and seals the entrance again. Then both parents continue to feed their offspring till they became completely independent. We left the place and it was late and it was time for our breakfast. For breakfast, we went to a food joint which is popularly known as Chacha's food joint. The history behind this is a few years back, one hornbill couple has built their nest near this food joint and a lot of birders used to visit this place to have their breakfast, tea, etc. And the person working there was fondly known as Chacha by the birders. A plate of hot Maggie and tea after such an eventful morning session, what else can you ask for? After breakfast, we went to the Shivkhola area. Here in this area, many forktails, crested kingfisher, etc. can be found. However, it was quite late in the morning. The sunlight was very harsh and there was no bird in sight. After checking the area, we returned to the homestay to have our lunch. After lunch, in the afternoon session, we went to the coral flower point at Pagla Jhoda. The next day morning, we again went to the coral flower point. Coral flower birding in spring at Rongtong is a major attraction for the birders. But since this video is getting too long, I will cover all this in my next video. So you keep watching this series because all the videos are going to be very interesting. If you have liked this video, then please don't forget to like, share and subscribe because your encouragement motivates me to give videos on YouTube. Also, if you have liked this video, then don't forget to click on the notification bell for more such videos so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. So till the next video in this series, you all stay healthy, stay happy and bye for now.